Hello and welcome to Instagram for the Farm and Ranch. My name is Shannon Sand and I'm presenting this as a part of the online livestock marketing webinar series conducted by the University of Hawaii and CETAR College of Agriculture. So a question you might ask yourself is, does social media benefit my business? Simply put, the people who will buy from you spend a lot of time looking at social media. Social media allows the consumer to learn more about who you are and what you do. This can help you stand out among the competition and build brand awareness. This is especially key for farmers who direct market their products. When it comes to food, consumers often look for transparency. For example, companies that are upfront and honest about their practices and beliefs. Social media is a great way to provide consumers with transparency and more information about what happens in your operation on a daily basis. If you have a website for your farm, social media can be an excellent way to drive new people to your website or blog. Social media also offers a chance to obtain feedback about your operation and to learn more about what your target audience really wants. Many farmers ask why they should even bother with social media. So here are a few key reasons why creating some type of social media presence is beneficial. It can help educate the public about your business. If you raise pasture poultry, for example, it can allow you to explain to a larger audience why you think pasture poultry is beneficial. If you are passionate about certain aspects of food production, like organics, you can use it to educate the population about organics and establish yourself as an authority on the subject. The caveat here is to make sure that you are providing accurate information in an appropriate tone. Some additional reasons why social media may benefit your business. 68% of all U.S. adults use Facebook. A third of U.S. adults use sites such as Instagram or Pinterest. And among millennials, over 90% regularly use some form of social media. So how is Instagram used in Hawaii? Well, as of 2016, there are 450,000 Instagram users in Hawaii, age 13 and older, with most being between 25 and 34 years of age. 44% are men and 56% are. Instagram is the most popular social media app in Hawaii. Based on the Google Trends data search from 2017, as you can see here, Instagram ranks #1 in Hawaii. So if you are marketing your products in Hawaii, Instagram is an excellent way to get your information out there. So, benefits to stories and posts. It is important to post consistently and interact with your audience. It doesn't help if you post a pretty picture but don't respond to your audience. Like if people are commenting and asking questions, make sure you are either liking or responding in some way to at least a few of those posts. Because this builds engagement and it tells the algorithm your stuff is interesting and to push it out to more people, and it makes it more likely you end up on the Explorer page. In the last few years, Instagram switched the model of their feed from a linear chronological feed to an algorithmic style. This means that your feed no longer consists of every post by all of the users you follow in reverse chronological order. Rather, your feed shows only the posts that the algorithm has determined you are most likely to be interested in, based on factors such as engagement and likes. More average posts, published frequently and consistently, will encourage followers to engage by checking your Instagram business profile for the latest posts and useful information. Instagram Stories allows you to continue using or even start implementing frequent posting as an engagement strategy, instead of only using those wow pictures to stay on top of your audience. It's important to diversify your content to keep the attention of your target audience and to cater to their many preferences. Oftentimes, this requires adding a new channel or social media platform to your strategy, where you will likely have to start from scratch with your profile and audience. The next reason to use stories is because it is a newer feature on an existing platform. Stories support the use of real-time marketing, which is used to reach your target audience in the right moments. Posts Posting live during an event or sale can encourage more people to attend and can also help those who aren't there to experience it and feel connected to your business. It only takes a few taps to post pictures and photos to your Instagram story, saving you time with your social media marketing. Also, with less concern about perfecting your posts and more freedom to experiment, you can take a break from the more detailed and planned content you publish. Instagram Stories helps you to let loose a little and have a little more fun with your Instagram marketing. The new algorithmic model may reduce the number of times you appear in your followers' feeds because your posts now only show to followers that Instagram deems will be most interested in them. This leads to another reason to use Instagram Stories. While regular posts have to compete for a spot, the stories of users you follow appear at the very top of your feed with a colorful ring to indicate that a new story has been published. These features enable you to stay on top of your feed and let your followers know you're there. Since your story vanishes in 24 hours, there's no point in spending time and effort on professional looking or high quality photos. The photos are meant to be raw, real, and relevant to that particular moment. The reason businesses use this type of content is because it humanizes your business and it gives it a transparency, which allows your target audience to connect with you on a deeper level. There are several different scheduling apps available. Listed here are a few that are available for you to use in order to easily schedule content and be consistent across platforms. There are more available than I have listed here, but these are just a few that have been around for a little while. So with that, we thank you for joining us for this presentation on Instagram marketing. If you have any questions, feel free to contact myself, Shannon Sand, Savannah Katulski, or Melelani Oshiro. With any further questions or concerns related to this topic, thank you and have a wonderful day.
Aloha again, everyone. We are continuing on our online livestock marketing series and part 3, using social media to market our animal products. Again, I am Nele Oshiro, Assistant Livestock Extension Agent over in the Kona office on the Big Island. So what is our social media? Social media is our online platforms that we use for public conversations. Many of us use them and understand what they're for. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to focus more on Facebook because of the popularity and its ease of use. So here in Hawaii, about 52% of our state's population use Facebook, and about 82% of them are on the internet. So it gives us a very wide range of users that are there and accessible for our social media use of advertising our products. It's a great way for you to engage with the public and share your information about your products. So how do you use Facebook to market your animal products? Create short stories about what was done on the farm that share photos with your short captions to explain an important process on your farm. You can use these to start to create conversations and engage those in your community and others that have similar interests. Sharing recipes for a particular cut or product you have featured is another great way to use your social media. Everyone wants to understand where their food comes from these days, and a short day in the life videos can also be used to share how much love and care you put into raising your animals, and in turn, the stewardship you and your animals provide for the land. So share about the current weather or something like that and how it's impacted your farm. You know, creating those little short stories is a great way for you to draw attention or create more traffic into your social media. A short list of some Facebook lingo here that may help you navigate the different features and uses of Facebook. I think analytics is a very important one. It's a technology that allows recording of what happens on your social media so that It can tell you how many visitors you had to your business, which posts were more interesting to them, and how they interacted with those posts. Boost is another important one because you can boost to have paid advertising if you need that on there to push your website or even your social media account. If folks visit other pages that are similar interests, it'll go ahead and you can target those other people on there. Other basic ones is sharing, reposting other information things, and the reach is the number of people that have seen certain content that you've posted on your site. So a short list here of what you need to have on hand when you want to get started and understanding what your target audience is, your social media point person, whoever that is going to be within the company. And then learning how to schedule to publish different items there. You don't want to be spending every day having to go and publish things. So you can get different software or different programs that will allow you to schedule, publish different items at different times on your profile. So you can sit down for an hour a day and create these kinds of things. Other basic things you're gonna need is for your specific profile is gonna be your cover image and your profile picture and little information about your business or whatnot to include that in the sections of your pages. So the next thing to think about is what to post. So typically they look at an 80 to 20% rule, 80% of entertaining and 20% of marketing. You don't want to be just sharing marketing things to folks and they kind of get bored of you just trying to push sales stuff on them. Keep it entertaining, keep it light so that folks keep coming back to see those stories sometimes may encourage them to go ahead and purchase them from a local farmer that has a great story to share with them all the time. And then also the question is when do you post? This consistency is the biggest rule, I think, is to continue to post at the same time during the day. Everybody will anticipate you have new products by 10 a.m. It's posted on your social media or on your web page, and they know that they can go ahead and take a look at that time quickly to get the first dibs on the new items that's out there. There's different publishing tools that can help you, again, like I mentioned, to schedule your posts and also to get insights in Facebook that tell you about the post tabs and which posts that you made at what times got most of the attention. How do you post things? Keep it short and sweet and simple. Remember, a picture can speak 1,000 words, so make those pictures count when you post it on there. Add a little caption, but those pictures are what is going to capture somebody's attention to come ahead and read the rest of the text that's on that page. So make the picture speak for you. Engaging with your followers. Always go ahead, engage and like or comment on things that they have commented on your page. Go ahead and get it to carry on the conversations and like things that they've commented to you, and always go ahead and respond promptly to negative feedback. You're always going to have someone who doesn't approve or has their opinion of something else that you've done or whatnot. So, go ahead and make sure you respond to them. Don't ignore them, and respond with a respectful and careful answer, or show compassion for their opinion on, even if it's maybe on a negative for you. Using advertising, anywhere as you see fit to attract potential new customers is great. Branding and driving sales, you can use advertising for those kinds of things. Using targeting ads to groups as well in your local area, or other farmers, or the people that show interest into similar pages as yours. You can use all those aspects within Facebook. And Facebook does have those automated ads, as I just mentioned, where you can go ahead and have it directly targeted to different entities that are similar to yours. So the next important thing, I think, is when you're trying to market things on social media is keep your camera handy. Keep your camera handy, keep taking photos of things that you never know you're going to use. Start to create a photo library. You can start to sort them by animals or food or whatever sections you want, however you want to do it. And most of our smartphones today take really excellent pictures. You can set up different features on them using the portrait feature or whatnot on your camera. Your smartphone takes really great images. If you want to go into getting a camera, just getting a tripod or a DSLR camera is really good. Simple way to keep, getting good shots to keep in your photo library. A tripod's actually a great thing too for smartphones. They make a lot of them nowadays that are easily attached to any kind of fence post or whatnot that you can just wrap right around. So take a look and see if that's something that may help you increase your photo library. So I just wanted to share some little tips on improving your marketing photos for social media. I'm nowhere the expert in photos, but I do like to take a lot. So I try to make sure that I create a big photo library that I can use for work things or presentations or whatnot. So one feature that I like is the grid feature here. It helps you to balance your photo, placing the object in that third section of your photo. It gives you space if you want to go and add text to a photo or a logo or whatnot. That just adds a little bit of attraction and whatnot to your photo. Also using different visual elements that can naturally draw people in, finding symmetry in different objects, fence lines, gates, whatnot. You can always do that. Another important thing is try not to crop an image out. Instead, try to get as close as you can instead of zooming in. Don't crop and then you can go ahead and crop out whatever you want instead of zooming up into that portion, right? So I cropped this guy out here instead of zooming in on him. Another good thing, or what you can do, is try to use natural frames, putting an animal in between fence posts or fence lines and whatnot. That always helps, just to add a little bit. You can always use those blank areas or those borders too to add text in there, or put your logo there or whatnot. Using reflections is another unique way to add perspective to a different picture. I've seen some folks take some pretty awesome shots of using the sunsets in the background and those reflections off of windows, truck windows, or even mirrors, like your review mirrors. So take advantage of our Hawaiian sunsets and get those images in there. Another way to use symmetry is using repeating patterns to just get the right angles and captures attention into your photos. And as I mentioned earlier, using a tripod or a mount is totally worth the investment if you're doing things alone. It just helps to add stability, increase the distance of what you're doing, and can really help improve a shot. Giving new perspective. So up high on the back of the horse is another one that I've seen used a lot. It creates originality, or even a down shot. I've seen a lot of people get down on the ground and looking up and taking shots. Those are really good ways to give a different perspective to a certain image. Including photos with faces, they found a study that was done at Georgia Tech, I believe, had 38% more likes and comments as compared to those that did not have any faces. So you don't need to be posing, just use a candid photo of someone, and it just shows the work that you're doing in a daily basis. So being abstract or creating a scene or a fragment of a scene, I should say, also helps to captures attention to a photo. And get funny, try not to create controversial subjects in there, but, get funny and use those funny photos to attract attention into your posts. And being unconventional, think outside the box. Using other things to grab attention, will always help draw people to your post that you get and bring them in to read the text that is there. So I hope these tips you find helpful. Basic information about Facebook and the little tools that are out there, explore them, because there's lots that can really help you boost your advertising on there and promote your business using your social media accounts. So mahalo again, everyone, for listening. I hope you were able to use some of that information, and please again reach out to me if you have any questions, and I will do my best to find you the correct answers. Aloha.
So this is what you're going to see whenever you go on to the Canva homepage. As you guys can see, I have all of my various flyers. This is an example of the PSA that I did for our panelists that came on and spoke. So this is what it's going to look like. I don't have access to the brand kit or creating a team. So I typically just use this, all your designs. And so when I'm going to create something, I will go to templates. And as you can see here, there's a lot of different templates available, and apparently over 50,000. And so you can see here they have Facebook posts, Instagram stories, cover photos, flyers, YouTube thumbnails, business cards, forgot to mention that earlier, creating a logo. I mean, it's pretty powerful. So for now, we're going to go to an Instagram story. And let's choose something that might be a little bit more like what you would see for a livestock operation. And so, okay, so we've got this one here. This one looks good. We're going to use this template. So when you choose a template, and mind you, you can just completely create your own. So this one has apparently multiple pages that you guys can do. They've got different backgrounds and things like that. But let's say that I'm going to use this nice green background with this really cool, you know, Instagram kind of aesthetic here. And so I'm going to ungroup this so you guys can see, but let's say that I want to change the photo or something like that. So we can put beef on here, and for example, you guys would probably want to use your own photos for this, not the stock photos, but you could basically use the beef photo to incorporate into this. So if I can find it, we're just going to pull it again. And now we've pulled this really cool beef photo onto this Instagram post. And one with nature, maybe we're going to do, you know, local beef. And we've now created a nice little post. We're going to center it. This little cool tape doohickey we can move over. And we can change any wording. So if you look here over on the left-hand side, you can add text in here, all kinds of different fonts and things like that. So, you know, maybe I want to do this one, and I'm going to say that it's, you know, today only, and it's going to be this sale or something like that. And we're going to move this up and play around with it. But you know, there's a lot of different capabilities that this program has, where you can kind of play around with all these different design elements. So I really like it. Don't mind the fact that it's kind of messy right now. We'll do just this, and okay, up to 50% off. And so now we've basically created a cool little Instagram post. This is just something really quickly that I wanted to put together so you guys could see. But now you can take this and you could essentially share it on a Facebook page, or you could link your social media accounts, or you could just download it as a file. And I guess this was supposed to be a video whenever I did it, but that's okay. You can save it as a MP4 video, or in this, if it was an actual JPEG, we could just save it as a JPEG, and you would download it, and then you would have it as a saved file on your computer. So there's a couple different options there. So I really think that that's a pretty useful little tool that you guys can do. I'm going to delete this whole thing and go back. And again, you can, you know, look at all kinds of different templates for things. I think it's really cool when you can do different business card templates. Again, you don't even have to use the template. You could just create this blank business card and do whatever you want. I always use a template because I'm not very creative. But it's nice to have just something to start with and to work off of. And so there's tons of different templates out there for you to use. Again, if you are, you know, so you guys can kind of see you're working on something, you basically have this little panel here on the left-hand side where you can change the background to different colors. You add in text. You can even add in videos. The elements are going to be basically like borders or adding in different grids for photos. So I created a grid here. You can put little clip art, different shapes, stickers, charts, all kinds of cool stuff like that. The photos are basically stock photos, and then you can also upload photos. So here I have, you know, uploaded photos that I use to make this flyer, and then, you know, some cooperative extension, of course, some cattleman stuff, my own goats, things like that. And so there are, this is probably what I would recommend most of you guys to do is upload your own content. So that's kind of a brief little quick how-to on how to use Canva. I think it's really, really useful for most people. And if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out and contact me or contact Melly or Shannon. I think all three of us use Canva or have experience with it. We really enjoy using it. And so reach out to me if you have any questions. And with that, I will stop talking.